Hi, I'm Jack, and I have over 10 years real estate experience. I've been doing investment real estate since 2016, going to the foreclosures and bidding. Today's episode is how to bid at the auction. So when you go to the auction in Texas, if you're in one of the major counties or mid-major counties, anything over, I think it's 200,000 people in the county, you're going to need to register with the county for the tax auctions only. You do not need to register for the trustee auctions. So when you register for the tax auctions, you just need to go to the county and you need to get a letter that says that you do not owe any taxes. Once you've got that letter, you can go bid at the tax foreclosure. When you go to the trustee auction, some trustees may ask you to register with them. It's not a state law or anything, but you might as well do it. It doesn't hurt. Auction.com is one of those trustees that will ask you to register. Some people ask you to put their name on a board. It doesn't have to be done before you go to the auction. It'll be something you do when you're at the auction. And if for some reason you got there a little late and they're already bidding, you can still bid and register after. Most times that shouldn't be a problem. In fact, it shouldn't be a problem at all. Now, when you win, they're going to ask you for those checks right then and there. And so just make sure you have checks made out to you or your entity in the amount that you won. Now you can make it above the amount that you won, or you can do what most people do and just get many checks. So you can have some 20,000, some 50,000, some 100,000, and then just sign over on the back to who they tell you to the amount of checks that you need. Now, how do you bid? Well, they're going to usually start the bidding off. Now, some trustees will just say, do I have an opening bid? You can say $1 if you want to. They'll usually have what is owed on the property, and that's usually what the bank is going to need to get. And the bank is going to be in usually for what is owed. So say, for example, in most cases, the bank is going to want what they have owed on it plus reasonable fees. So in most cases, the property is going to at least sell for the $80,000 in that case. Now, if it sells for more than that to an investor on the steps, then that's great. The homeowner should get the excess funds, or it should go down to any other liens on the property. So how do you bid? So let's say they open the bid up at $80,000. What a lot of people do is if they look around and they say, hey, nobody else is bidding here, they'll say, $80,000 and $1. See, the trustee is going to try to push it to say, do I have $85,000? And an inexperienced bidder, if they're the only ones bidding, is going to say $85,000. And then they just paid $4,999 more than they could have. That's one important thing, is just go $1 over. Two, you're going to see a lot of people colluding at the auction. So they're going to talk to other people and they're going to say, hey, I'll get this one if you want to get the next one. If there's only two real bidders there, everyone else is just checking it out. So watch out for that. Or they say, hey, pay me $4,000 and I'll drop out now, because that particular property is $200,000. It could go all the way up to $160,000, $180,000, $190,000 if it's in good condition. And they're going to pay $100,000 more. So anyway, they're going to sometimes say, hey, I'll drop out, or pay me some money on the side. That does happen at the auction all the time. The other thing that you're going to want to do is to, if there's a bunch of people bidding, what I like to do, let's say I know my max is $170,000 on that property, and the bidding's going 91,000, 92,000, 92,500. Now the trustee can say, I only want to be in $1,000 increments or $5,000 increments. They can do that. Let's say they think that they're almost done. They'll say going once, going twice. I like to throw my hat in then, and I'll say $100,000 or whatever the next bid might be. That really discourages the people that are bidding if I don't go in early and I jump in late. So when you jump in late, it kind of makes them think like, oh man, like this guy, he's gonna buy it and he was just waiting, and now I have to start all over again going against this guy. And I like to go in late on the going second. Now, it could be that they don't hear you, or that you don't speak fast enough and you lose it at that point. I don't, because I'm very loud and I'm in front and I say, yeah, I'll go. So I make sure that I jump in late to discourage the person I'm bidding against. I also don't look at the person I'm bidding against. Some people like to stare them down. I don't really do that as much. Watch the Storage Wars show. It's kind of like that at the auction, where they're bidding against each other, and sometimes there's beef, sometimes there's side deals, sometimes people team up and work together, or they split the deal, split the profit, all kinds of things like that. And so when you're going to be the winner of the property, just know that, or even if you're the loser, wait till the trustee leaves, because there's a lot of times the winner of the property didn't know they had to bring checks, or they realized later that there's a lien on it that they didn't expect, or they had someone looking it up while they were bidding on it and they realized they don't want it. And so the trustee may have done 7 properties and then collects the checks for the 7 properties. Maybe they do it all at once. So 30, 40 minutes later, they realize one of their winners isn't going to be there, and they're going to re-auction off the property right then and there in most cases. Most cases, there's way less people there the second time you go, and that's where people get the deals. All of a sudden, that property that went for $120,000 is now going for $91,000, $92,000. All of a sudden, the bidding's slowing down because a lot of the people left thinking it was over. So a lot of tips here. The main tip is to jump in late. Don't overbid if you're coming in as one of the first bidders. Just go $1 over and wait until the trustee leaves. Those are three very important things. Don't wait until the auction's over, not till 4 p.m., but till that particular trustee leaves, because waiting until 4 p.m. might be futile, as very few people come in the afternoon. But if there's people there, there may still be somebody coming, so you can call the trustees, see if they're still showing up. A lot of them are attorneys in town, and they will have a phone number online. I'm Jack. Thanks for watching this episode, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, or probably talk to your attorney, since a lot of this stuff is legal information.